No, I love owning the house. It's fun. It need a little work, like painting and stuff. And a lot of my friends then they were like, you should get a smart house. You gotta get a smart house. And I was like, what? They're like, make your house smart. You should do it. And so, because I guess you can. That's like all the rage now is smart houses, like Alexas and Google and like different robot vacuums and stuff. So my house is pretty smart. It is. It's not super smart. It's not self-aware, right? That would be scary. You don't want a self-aware house, but it's like GED level smart, baby. Like GED, it's got head to community college. Like that's where it's at. I have a robot vacuum. That's it. That's all I bought. I bought the robot vacuum. The robot vacuum's fun though. I love it. Having the robot vacuum. It's interesting. I don't know if mine's the best model though, because I kind of looked online, and apparently there's like robot vacuums you can pay $14,000 for, and that one will vacuum like how a human would, which is in straight lines, and then just go from room to room. But I think I got the discount version because my vacuum is it feels a lot like I might have invited a crazy guy to come over to vacuum. Like he's kind of aggressive too. And avoids dirt sometimes, which seems like an important thing that a vacuum should do is to get the dirt, not avoid it. Like I'll turn it on, I'll wake it up, and it'll be like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? I was just wondering, there's some dirt in the middle of the room. I was wondering if you could get that. That'd be really nice. And then the vacuum will be like, yeah, I'm gonna, but I gotta do something first. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? I was like, here's what I'm gonna do. This is what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna spin in a circle right here for a little bit. Just gonna spin in a little circle, just get the lay of the land. We're gonna make a weird pattern in your carpet right here. This is what I'm gonna do. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, but can you get the dirt? This is in the middle of the room. And it's like, yeah, I will. I'll get to it, but I got another thing I gotta do. I'm like, what are you gonna do now? And it goes, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm like, what are you gonna do? And it goes, I'm just gonna get stuck under this chair for a while. I'm just gonna go from one leg over to this leg, then back over to this leg, then I'm gonna go back over to this leg, then I'm gonna go to this leg, then I'm gonna go back over to this leg, then I'm gonna go back over to this leg, then over to this leg, then I'm gonna go over to this leg, then I'm gonna act like I'm coming out of the chair, but I'm gonna go right back under the chair. I'm like, but that's great, but can you please just get the dirt in the middle of the room? And it goes, no, I got one final thing to do. I'm like, what are you gonna do? It's like, your dog had an accident over there, I'm just gonna push that around for a little bit. I'm like, no! Yeah, the house is fun. It's fun owning a house. You get to have fights with robots, so it's cool. We haven't had any major problems at the house. The weirdest problem we had at our house, we had a bee problem. Oh, has anyone ever dealt with bees? It's scary, yeah. And I know, I like bees. I know they're important for flowers and honey and stuff. I just don't like bees when they're not where they're supposed to be. Because I got up in the morning to take my shower, and I went into the bathroom, and there was just a bunch of bees flying around. Yeah, and normally when I take my shower, there's no bees. So I was like, today feels different. There's a lot more bees than usual here. And so I panicked. I ran out to get my wife, and I was like, we're gonna have to burn the house down. It's been taken over by bees. But she's really smart, so she didn't want to do that. She was like, maybe we have some other options we could look into. And so we discussed it for a while, and then I was nominated to go back into the bathroom. But she gave me another vacuum. She gave me a dust buster. She's like, just go suck up the bees. And I was nervous, but I was like, I got this. But I was also like, can we send the robot vacuum in? And she's like, no, he's in the backyard doing something weird. So it's up to you. And I was like, okay. And it was exciting. I felt like a Ghostbuster. I was just sucking up bees, just zoop, 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 zoop. I had a whole makeshift beekeeper outfit, which was just a bunch of extra cardigans I had wrapped around my body. Just and I did it. And I got 15 to 20 bees into the vacuum. And then I brought the vacuum out. And my wife and I got in another disagreement because neither of us wanted to empty the canister that was now filled with angry bees. Because they don't appreciate being sucked up into a vacuum. So we just gave that vacuum away for free on Craigslist. We're like, that's somebody else's nightmare to deal with now.